to another episode of the Fern Baby Goes Crazy podcast.
First of all, let's explain why you have that name. Fern Baby. Where did we get that from?
So Fern is my middle name, and then I wanted something that sounded like cool at the end for selling content and stuff. That wasn't my actual name.
Got it.
Yeah.
Your middle name is Fern and you like plants. That is actually very
It worked out.
Yes.
It worked out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why that's the name, and then I needed something to build off of for the podcast.
Right. It can just be Fern Baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We've been friends since kindergarten, I
obviously.
think.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's not true.
Yeah. She's my neighbor. First time we've ever hung out too, which is fun.
Yes.
And we're filming a podcast.
Apartment 1607. You can bleep that out, right?
Sure.
Perfect.
They don't know where I live, so.
Okay, yeah, 1607 it is.
Yeah. And 1605. Ignore the trash being taken out in the background. Do you want to do Reddit stories first, or like switch on and off?
Oh, we're not gonna spend 20 minutes talking about me and.
Oh, we definitely can. Do you want to tell them about your dog?
Yeah, my name is Sarah. My dog's name is Turtle. You can probably hear him crying in the background. And yeah, let's get to Reddit.
Okay, cool. Let's get to the Reddits. So the first one I have.
So when you say Reddit, you mean Am I the Asshole? Mostly, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
And then I have some like relationship advice and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
gonna be
It'll
great
be fun.
for me.
Let's see. So, the groom hit us up for a lack of cash as a wedding guest. My partner and I recently were invited to a wedding for a work colleague. Hi, Kat. The wedding required both of us to take annual leave because it fell on a weekend. We would both be ordinarily working. We drove 7 hours to our accommodation, organized a babysitter for the day, and paid over $600 for said accommodation. The wedding was amazing. It was clear every finite detail had been considered. The atmosphere was incredible, food fantastic, and location superb. But a week after the wedding, my partner was sent a message from the groom asking where our wishing well contribution was. So like a
gift.
Wedding gift, yeah. We didn't give one. In my eyes, we had contributed enough by showing up and driving 600 kilometers. We drove 14 plus hours round trip with 2 kids under 5, recruited a babysitter, and paid over $600 in accommodation alone, and we were being asked where our wishing well contribution was. Am I being unreasonable? Am I the asshole? Personally, I think it's kind of rude to show up to a wedding without a gift.
I agree. I think you should have a gift for any wedding, whether that's money, like something from a registry. But it's more of an asshole to ask, where's my gift?
Yeah, where did
I think
my
that
gift come
trumps the other asshole.
Definitely. I wouldn't. I'd get being like upset or like a little petty, like, oh, they didn't give me anything for my wedding.
100%, but I would never say
like,
that to
where
them.
the fuck is my
I would
gift?
talk shit to my friends. I would say like, oh my god, Joe
So-and-so
didn't bring me a gift or like whatever. But like, you invited them because that's obviously somebody you love and care about. I feel like you asking, it's like you almost wanted just the gift.
Yeah,
you didn't
not
care
like,
about them being there for your special
you're just
day.
trying to invite as many people as you could to get as many gifts as you possibly could.
Yeah, to me this one's really easy. You are an asshole for not bringing a gift.
But the other person's a bigger asshole.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't ask for a gift.
Yeah, and don't ask why you weren't given one.
And how are you supposed to respond to that? Like,
sorry, I spend a lot of money traveling
getting there.
to
Like, I thought you cared about me. I thought we were friends. Like,
do you want me to clear that up next time?
And what if he did give a gift and it wasn't enough?
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you say like, hey, how
why'd
come you only give me 25
yeah,
bucks?
like, that's even worse.
Sometimes I'll like pick from somebody's registry, like if I can't make it to their wedding too.
Yeah, and send them something.
Yeah, but like your registry has a huge variety of items. Like sometimes it will say like a 4-pack of mugs and it's like 25 bucks. Or we'll have like a shark vacuum for 700. I'm picking the mugs.
Exactly.
And that was an option for me to take, so I took it.
Exactly. And like mugs are great.
It's not you're not paying admission to get to the wedding.
Exactly.
That's how you should frame it if you would like a gift.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a wrap on that thought.
All good. This one's kind of long, so pardon my stutter. Can't look at BF the same after how he treated me during pregnancy. Context: my boyfriend, 28, and myself, 28, tried for years to get pregnant with no luck when we finally did. First 2 months of the pregnancy were fine, besides the usual morning sickness, etc. Then my pregnancy kind of took a turn for the worse, and I was diagnosed with a disorder that could send me into labor early and cause me to lose our baby or possibly be unalived myself. I was put on disability and told to be basically bedridden for the remainder of my pregnancy outside the 2 to 4 hours on my feet a day. These were the orders I was given in order to keep our baby and myself literally alive and safe. This is where things took a turn in our relationship. He began being really mean to me, telling me basically that he didn't care what the doctor said and that I needed to do something to contribute money because he was struggling so bad that it was messing with his mental health. Mind you, it wasn't like we went and moved into a bigger or more expensive house together when I got pregnant. I moved into his place because it was bigger than mine. His rent stayed the same when I moved in, obviously. I also started buying all the groceries when I moved in. He told me that if I didn't contribute, that I'd have to move out and move with my sister or mom because it was just so expensive having me there without paying. He threatened this often, all while still going on trips and vacations every few months with money he supposedly didn't have. So on top of the stress I was already feeling from my pregnancy being high risk alone, literally spending 24 hours a day worried my baby wouldn't make it, on top of the stress that pregnancy already naturally brings on the mind and body, I also had to deal with this from one person who should have done nothing but support me during that time. I couldn't imagine doing that to him if the roles were reversed. Anyway, a few months after our baby was born, we got into an argument and he said it wasn't about the money, it was about the mindset, insinuating that I just had some sort of bum, unmotivated mindset and not that I was trying to follow the doctor's orders to keep myself and my baby safe. Ever since then, I can't really look at him the same, and I don't really feel the same. It's been hard because I thought you were supposed to feel more in love after our baby, and he's absolutely wonderful with our baby, but I just can't get past this. It makes me sick when I think about it. I love him, but I'm not really sure what to do. I feel that he showed me for better or worse. I feel that showed me for better or for worse just isn't a thing for him, and it's genuinely changed the way I view him and think of him and love him. I don't know what to do now. Am I wrong? Should I have worked anyway? Fuck no, you shouldn't have worked anyway.
No.
That dude's an asshole.
You or your baby could die.
Are you kidding me? And he wants you to be on your feet working?
I mean, was he suggesting that she does OnlyFans, starts a podcast like where she doesn't move or like work from home or like something, but like any of that could have been stress on her body.
And that could have been worse for whatever she's dealing with.
Yeah, and for him to say like when people are pregnant or just have a baby, like they go into like psychosis sometimes and like postpartum depression. They want to kill themselves or their babies. So like, why would you want to fuck with that and like push that button? I feel like. And
why would you like, even him being like, it's the mindset, not the money. Like,
it's like, no, your mindset is that I'm a bum. My mindset is that I care about my baby and our baby, actually.
Yeah, and like also herself too, because it was also life-threatening for her.
Yeah.
As well.
I would be curious to know how long they've been together because it kind of seems like maybe not that long.
See if it says.
Like, if that's somebody that I've been with for a really long time, I would be shocked and like really hurt.
It doesn't say that. Yeah, no, like from personal experience, when I started having seizures, Tyler and I had just gotten together. And then he like took care of me, everything like that. Wasn't like, you need to get a job. You need to like work anyways. Like that is so fucked up. Like your girlfriend's literally having a life-threatening experience while pregnant.
Right.
And you're like, go work.
Yeah.
Disobey what your doctor is telling you to do.
Like, do you care about your babies? Like,
literally, like, do you even care?
Yeah. I feel like it's. And the thing about it is, she said, like, I can't change how I feel. Like, even though he's a good dad now, like, you don't forget how you felt in those really important times. Like, I don't know. That would be hard to move on from. I feel like she's going to be resentful forever.
I definitely couldn't forgive or forget that.
Right. And I think the longer that it goes on, like, the more she's going to hate him.
Yeah. You're going to resent him for a long time.
Short story long, take off.
Yeah, just leave
town.
Take the baby with you.
File for child support.
Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless he like didn't believe her, which is also fucked.
Well, then like go to the doctor's appointment with her.
Right.
Be a part of the baby's life and like the prenatal care.
Yeah. and you were already living there paying rent, so
Yeah, and it's like his
why are
rent
you
didn't
taking
go up.
vacations instead of
Yeah.
taking care of your wife or girlfriend?
Come here, bud. Come
Okay.
here. You just want
What
to
do you
stare?
think?
He says,
He would
that guy's
agree.
the asshole. Hey. This
Yeah.
is Jasper.
He's definitely
Everybody.
an asshole.
Definitely. We have another shitty boyfriend one.
I wrote this. It's like, oh shit, written by Sarah.
Fun figure. Whoever fun figure is.
Fun figure.
Am I the asshole for leaving my husband for playing video games all day and not helping or cleaning up after himself or letting the dog out?
Wait, this could have been written by me.
Oh
fuck.
He, 45 male, is a kind person. He is fun to hang with. He took care of my grandma, who was very demanding. He was more chill than me and relaxed, but he is lazy. He doesn't work. He won't even donate plasma, which would give us an extra...
What is your deal with plasma?
which would give us an extra
You
$600 a
gotta
month.
just sit there.
And I guess this person also donates plasma, so that they have extra money. But you can't expect somebody to donate plasma.
I can expect somebody to donate plasma. Well, I've never done it, but I think about it a lot. I'm
Yeah.
scared of having an IV
I
in my
think about
arm.
it a lot, but I'm anemic, so they won't take me anyway.
Okay, you have an excuse. You have PAS.
Yeah.
This guy
Yeah.
doesn't sound like he has PAS. Keep
True.
going though.
He smells because he is busy playing his PlayStation and doesn't have time to shower. He plays video games and drinks all day. I no longer buy him beer, but he gets it somehow. He doesn't take care of the kids or feed them while I'm at Uber Eats or work my second job at the Bounce House trampoline park. My kids are allowed to come with me and play the whole time at the Bounce House place because my cousin-in-law owns it. Blah, 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 blah. It gets worse every year. The last straw was when I came back from a week-long trip with the kids, and there was dog poop and pee all over the damn house because he forgot to let them out. He just left his trash all over the damn floor like an animal. There was a small fire in the bathroom. A bunch of dishes and a bunch of furniture was broken. The neighbor said he had a huge party.
How do you even have a fire in the bathroom? It's not like the kitchen.
Were you like ripping a bong in the bathroom and like something like even then, you know how many times I've done that and nothing has caught on fire because I'm not a fucking idiot.
God, okay, so
Anyways, I lost it and told him I was taking the kids and leaving. My oldest daughter helps me with the twins and everything without me asking. I feel bad about this. She should have more fun. So should I. I mean, I'm 40, but I deserve better than this. That dude's an asshole. How are you gonna start a fire in the bathroom?
my question is, what are you still doing there?
Yeah,
Like-
she left.
like- Oh, she did leave.
Yeah, she went, but she doesn't know if she's the asshole or not for
Oh.
leaving.
Oh no,
No, not the asshole.
you sounds like you didn't have any affection towards him at all.
No.
It sounds like he wasn't contributing anything to your life
Or your
and
relationship.
You shouldn't even be considering if you're the asshole. I feel
No.
like you should have this newfound freedom.
Like, I'm out. Peace.
So low key, I wrote this. I changed the age for protection.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Definitely.
but my ex-boyfriend, he didn't have a job. His family was
Shit.
very wealthy. He would sell shit on eBay, like
Not the eBay.
the eBay.
Oh.
But it's not like he would just sell shit on eBay. He would steal things from his other rich friends and sell them on eBay. So, like, for
Oh.
example, his friends, like, this isn't gonna be, like, totally fucking famous yet, right? Like,
Not yet.
he stole, like, a very expensive item from his friend's dad. Like, a $4,000 item, like, that he had on display in his house. Why you would have that on display in your house, I'm not sure. But, I
Fair.
digress. And he sold it on eBay, and, like, his friend, like, found out, and, like, I didn't find out till later, but when I had first met him, he borrowed my car and was like, I had a bag missing from it,
Oh,
and it
shit.
was full of, like, Coach purses that I had from, like, my grandma, and I found out, like, later, after, like, searching through his laptop, obviously, that he, like, had tried to sell them.
Oh
And, like, that is just so ugly to not have a job.
my
Like,
god. Yeah.
not saying that you
No,
are
no,
ugly because
but,
you
like,
don't have a job, but, like,
no, but
you
when
have
do
somebody
that
who has a
kind
job
of
and your situation works for you,
Yeah.
but you're working 2 jobs plus DoorDash to, like, live and
Yeah.
like, you guys don't have kids. Like, they have kids to support, and you're playing video games.
All the fucking time. And
That's
you stink
where it
because you
ends.
don't shower. I'm sorry, you don't have time to shower because you're playing too many video games.
You can,
Take a fucking break.
right.
Like, is he pissing in bottles?
No, my ex-boyfriend was.
Dude.
Like, he would be...
I would be livid if I came home and found bottles of piss on my fucking floor while you're playing video games.
So...
I would kick you the fuck out. I don't care if I'm not the one paying the rent. You would be kicked out immediately.
Towards the very end of our relationship, he was in, like, online boot camp for computer coding.
Okay.
Because, like, his grandpa, who was super rich, would just support him.
Yeah.
Like, as long as he was in school, he would pay for him to, like, live and shit.
School.
Right. So he would be like in online coding class, pissing in bottles. His like this is the bedroom where he was working in school. This is the bathroom right across the hallway. He would piss in the bottle, and I'm like,
can't
just
walk 10 feet?
step away.
You can't walk 10 feet.
Step away. And I was like, it was really hard. Like to look back is really difficult, and I don't think I'm the asshole. So I don't think she should think she's the asshole.
Cause that's gross.
It's like considering your own standards of living, and if somebody, you know, compromises that in your hygiene of your house.
Yeah,
and
like you don't want to walk in and smell somebody's sweaty ass. Like either.
Like you start a fire anywhere in your house, I think that's a topic of conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I want to know how that fire was started. I wish there was like.
It doesn't matter, because it was in the bathroom, and nothing should be in the bathroom other than wetness.
Yeah.
To dampen a fire.
Someone comments a small fire. Like, I'm sorry, a small fire was just burning in the background as he's playing fucking video games. That's actually insane.
Like he lit a candle maybe, but like
even then, like I've never seen a candle actually do that shit.
How come he had time to burn something in the bathroom but not
take a shower?
Take a shower.
That girl's definitely not the asshole. The boyfriend in the situation is an asshole.
Yeah, and I hope she's doing a lot better.
Yeah, me too. Because that's not good for the kids either.
No.
Like, to have that kind of role model who just video games all day and isn't showering, isn't, like... picking up garbage, is literally starting fires in a bathroom. Like... Yeah. That's not good.
No.
Oh, God.
Because the kids are just going to be like, that's my dad. That's, you know...
Yeah.
And they're not going to know, like, oh, fucking nerd.
When I was a kid... Like, my dad didn't take care of, like, our dogs and shit. So the dogs would, like, shit and piss in the house. And, like, one of them had skin issues. So he just smelled, like, really musty all the time. And he wouldn't go to the vet because my dad didn't give a fuck. But our clothes just reeked. I got made fun of in school so much for it. And it's like, you don't want to go to school and get made fun of because your dad can't shower and it's rubbing off on you.
Dude, my clothes were always washed, but my parents smoked in the house.
Yeah.
So I went to a very, very small Catholic, private, expensive school.
And you just smelled like cigarettes.
And I was the only kid there with divorced parents, and I came in reeking like cigs, but I didn't know. Yeah. That's just how I, like...
And it's like, you don't know, because you're surrounded by it.
But now that I don't smoke cigarettes, like I did when I was, like, in my 20s, but now that I don't smoke, if I smell somebody that smokes, or, you know, I can smell it on their clothes, immediately I can tell. Yeah. So I can only imagine what the kids in school and the teachers in school were thinking, like, oh my god, this fucking hood rat coming in, she smells like she just ripped a Newport on the way to school. Dude. Like, that is so humiliating now as an adult.
Like, it doesn't affect you as much, like, when you're going through it, because you're like, oh,
I didn't
realize
know.
it.
I didn't know I fucking reeked of cigarettes.
Yeah, you don't know until somebody comments on it, and then you're like, I smell?
Yeah, and nobody ever said that to me. Did they to you?
Yeah, I got comments from kids all the time, like, you smell like fucking dog, and I'm like, I'm sorry? Like, I have
a dog, so...
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
You smell like your mom doesn't love you?
You smell like a bully?
Yeah. But, yeah, that shit fucks with you, and now it's like I always make sure I, like, smell good when I go out, too. Like, to this day, I'm like, alright, spraying, like, 20 fucking pumps of Victoria's Secret on.
100%. Like, if one thing somebody says to you when you're younger...
It'll stick with you
You'll
for fucking
never want to make that happen again.
No.
Yep. So,
that
prayers to this
removed.
girl.
Damn.
Sending her good thoughts.
Well, the post
Hope
was
she's
removed.
not back with him by the time she posted this.
Right. The next post was removed, but I remember some of it because I found it today. Did my 22 male best friend, 23 male, go too far when he tied me up as a trust exercise? So basically, they had just recently...
Oh, wait. Hold on. I think this might be DoorDash.
Okay.
Hello? Is there an access? Yeah, there's a lot of construction. So, we're in building 16, and there's a lot of, like, construction tape and stuff around it. Do you want me to come out and try to find you? Oh, yeah, you can come up still. Like, there's, if you see like a porta potty, you can come up that way and you can still walk through the sidewalk. Yeah, you can still access it. Alright, thank you. Bye. Well, I get in my apartment every day. Why don't you think you can?
No, dude, I've had DoorDashers, like, literally, like, be on the other side of the building and I call them. The other day I called them and I was like,
oh, here comes Don't look at me! Oh, he's not coming to this house anyway.
No.
Oh, this is sick. I'm like incognito.
Yeah. But I was like, yo,
I
you're
don't
at
like
the
to look
wrong
at that.
building.
I feel so sad.
The birds or the DoorDashers?
The DoorDashers. Because
I'd be looking. I just want to make sure they're actually a DoorDasher.
well, because they're just so nice sometimes. He was really nice.
That's good. Mine wasn't. He, I called him. I was like, you're at the wrong side of the complex. Go back around this way. And I was describing it. And he goes, he takes his phone. He's like, and hangs up. And I was like, you bitch. Like, how dare you?
Where'd he go? He's still there. Yeah. I said just drop it at the door.
Okay. Do you want to go grab it really quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I have to pee. Are you gonna pause it or should I just go pee while I grab it?
You can just go and I'll, like, talk.
Just, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
It won't be very far.
Yeah. What should I talk about?
Damn,
now I'm alone. I should bring Tyler in for a minute.
Yeah.
Tyler.
We have a guest star for the moment. Tyler.
Oh, he's on the phone, isn't he?
Oh.
Who are you on the phone with?
Sam.
Fuck.
We have Tyler and Sam. Wait.
Oh, it locked? I hate when it does that. Hey.
Just get a fucking chicks here or something.
So I'm drinking, here we have a Cider Boys cider. It's the strawberry apple flavor. It's almost empty. I'm gonna make it empty.
So, are you making the big bucks now?
It is empty. Wait. Now it is empty. I can't chug shit. It doesn't taste bad, I promise, but I just can't chug shit. Next we have my boyfriend walking into the room on his phone. So that'll be some nice background noise while I'm alone and talking about cider. Maybe I'll get a sponsor from Cider Boys.
Okay.
This is the blackberry flavor. It's apple blackberry. And Sarah's back, so I can stop talking about my cider.
My poor dog. I left the vacuum door open. He always goes a fucking ride when I do that.
Oh. Okay, anyways, the story.
Sponsored by
McDonald's. We're kidding. We're not a sponsor.
Yeah, actually
yet.
blur this out.
I don't have that technology.
We'll get there.
Yes, sir.
The aroma.
As long as you don't show the logo, it's fine.
Will I actually get in trouble for that? Okay. I was like, if anything, that's just
They
free
should be
promo.
happy for you, yeah. This is a
Um,
judgment-free zone, correct? For baby goes crazy because this is gonna be a lot of food.
oh yeah, no, it's a judgment-free zone. We be binge eating sometimes.
Sometimes.
Right?
Oh fuck yeah, I'll take a fry. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. The story was like his friend and him recently got out of relationships, and then his friend comes over and is like, do you trust me? And the guy was like, yeah. He was like, can I do a trust exercise? Motherfucker grabs some shiny ass duct tape, wraps his ankles, wraps his arms, then puts a sock in his mouth, duct tapes his mouth shut, and then duct tapes his eyes shut and leaves him there for 30 fucking minutes and comes back and is like crying while caressing him and tying him from the duct tape. And he's like, am I the asshole for like
For being terrified?
yeah.
Nope.
I was like, that's a good story, but it's deleted now, so I can't read everything. That is really sus. I'd be like, A, are you like really into some shit and this is how you're like letting me know that you like are
Did
into
you
me,
just go
or
jack
B,
off like when you
yeah, or
like-
like are you a serial killer and you're just like practicing? Do you have any
I think a
thoughts?
trust exercise would be like, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Can you keep it?
Yeah. Or like fall back into my arms.
The trust fall,
Yeah.
Trust fall, right?
but
Not tying somebody up
getting
with
tied
duct
up
tape.
and
The
that's
30
a
minutes is a
little-
lot too. Like
Yeah, that's
maybe
a long
five. If you
time.
left for 5 and came back and be like, you
How's
trusted
a
me
trust
again.
issue or a trust exercise in general?
Like if you don't tell the cops.
tell you what.
Let me tell you what, but walk away for 30 minutes while I go do who knows what.
I don't understand it and I don't like it and I don't.
I would have flipped the fuck out.
Yeah.
You have to remember this is a judgment-free zone, so you can't judge.
I never said it was a judgment-free zone.
About food.
Oh, about food.
Yeah, we can judge duct tape.
Wait, what are you about to do?
Nothing.
Shotgun a beer.
I am not shotgunning this.
Oh, that's the one he gave you. Did you end up liking it?
It was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't my
It's
favorite,
di-
but I
it's
liked it.
different.
The one I
different.
had was a lot better.
This is about to be my first taste of this one.
First impressions.
First impression. Ooh. It's like
What flavor is that
kindergarten.
again?
This is apple juice.
Oh, okay. I have the blackberry one.
This is very good.
That was the first one I had. It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Apple?
No, the
Blackberry. Do you want to try the blackberry?
Have you had this one?
I don't think so.
We've had this pack before. You've had all of them.
It's good.
It does taste like apple juice.
It's just straight like juicy juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never trust them
agree
again.
with that. No, I would. I'll trust his loss.
I would say thank you for doing this because now I can cut ties with you.
now I can be all done.
Now I can trust no one.
Okay.
That's the kind of trust exercise.
Right. This one was deleted too. God damn it.
Do they get deleted if it's something like dangerous?
Yeah, sometimes. Assuming because this one was about an abusive ex-boyfriend that died. And then the mother of the ex-boyfriend commented on the girlfriend's Facebook like, I know you murdered him. And she was terrified.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Those are my Reddit lists.
I was gonna put it on a different setting so you see all the popular ones first.
Oh, okay. You can do that on my phone later. Because I'm recording on that one now. Because I don't have a camera. I'm not bougie yet. But she was like, my old phone.
Mm.
Yeah. But she was like, am I the asshole for being terrified that my ex-mother-in-law's gonna kill me? And I was like, well, this is a good story.
No, I think it's if you think anyone's gonna kill you, it's valid to feel terrified.
Yeah. I don't think
Have you
you'd
seen
be
the
that
Murder on Murders? You need to see that.
smart. Okay.
It's like a 3-part thing on Netflix, but you'll get it when you watch it. You'll understand why I asked you right now.
Okay.
But
I'll watch it.
yeah, if somebody died, I think it's fucked to
Blame somebody for the murder.
because that could ruin their whole life just being blamed.
Well, the
for
only
it.
reason she found out that he died was because she had a restraining order on him too.
I mean,
Yeah, so it's like that's just a fucked up situation overall.
mhm,
I'd be scared of the mother-in-law,
mhm.
especially after commenting that on my Facebook. I'd be like,
Publicly,
you're a
private
little
message
sketch.
maybe.
Yeah, you know, a little DM. I think you murdered my fucking son,
Mhm,
but not on the homepage.
mhm. Not on the Facebook wall.
No, never
Do
on
they
the
still
Facebook
call
wall.
it that?
I think so. Yeah,
I haven't had Facebook in like.
I'm
a
not
really
on
long
it.
time.
Like I'm on it, but I don't like. I'm not on it. You know.
Yeah.
I
It's like
scroll.
it was like fucking just popping when I was in like high school.
It was. I was like still. I don't know, like 7 or 8, but I really wanted Farmville, so my mom made me an account. Farmville of all things. That was what I was like interested in. I was like, I don't care
So
about
pure.
family. Yeah. Okay. Next story. Am I the asshole for not wanting dogs on the furniture? We have 2
Yes.
dogs. Yeah, right? Immediately,
That's
yes.
a part of your family.
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 dogs. I love them both, but one is super holy shit. Is a super shedder, and my husband does not groom or bathe her like ever.
Oh, he's the asshole.
Yep. He's the asshole.
Dogs can do whatever.
She gets her rinse in the creek or pond here and there. That's just gonna make them dirtier. My dog is small and sheds some as well. I bought the dogs a $400 ottoman for just them to lay on and feel a part of the family. When I bought the new furniture, but my husband and kids are constantly trying to sway me to break this rule and allow them on the regular couches. They think I'm just a dog-hating mean person, 'cause you are. I will also add that this dog is female 5 and never spayed, so she goes into heat and bleeds all over the house. No diapers or anything. I find this
Why?
absolutely disgusting. Okay, so spay your dog.
Yeah, why aren't you? Are you breeding, using her for breeding?
Yeah, like spay your fucking dog. Blood's not a problem anymore. As far as
also, you get your period and you get to go on the couch.
Yeah, you wear a pad. Why can't your dog wear a diaper? You can get fixed. Why can't your dog?
Just saying.
Also, buying a $400 ottoman for an animal is ridiculous. They're not gonna be able to like, oh, I can go on just this thing, but not any other furniture.
Right.
Dogs
so
can't do that.
my couch is like leather, so I don't really want Turtle on it because he has really long nails. But I put a blanket on it, so he's welcome to do it anytime he wants.
Like put a blanket over your furniture.
I'm not going to allow this dog in my house, love the fuck out of it, and then say, no, you stay on the floor.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
No. I sleep with him every night. Fucking whatever I can do, he can do.
This cat sheds like a motherfucker. Like, you pet her. Hold on. I'll show you. I'll sit here and pet her, right? And then...
I can see it. That's the same as my dog.
Like, are you kidding me? Every day. I let her on the furniture. I don't care.
And that doesn't make you dirty. That just means you...
I'm gonna move that.
Fair enough. You chose to have a cat knowing that it was going to be part of your family and allowed
and shit happens. Like, cats scratch shit up. Luckily, my cats are good and they only scratch up the shit that's meant for them to scratch up, like their posts and shit. Actually, I take that back. We got a new headboard and bed frame, and Jasper's been like...
The new one now?
Yeah. He's been trying to scratch at it. I'm like, don't you fucking dare. You have a cat tree right next to the bed, man. But if your husband's not grooming them, have a conversation with him about it. Be like, hey, if you want the dogs on the couch, can you like brush them and like bathe them and shit, and then I'll let them on the couch.
Yeah.
Like, it's that easy. And you should be bathing and brushing your dogs
Regularly as well, not just once.
Yeah, I brush her daily and she's a fucking cat.
Yeah. Everyone in the situation except the dog is the asshole.
Yeah, I agree. The dog should be getting bathed and brushed by the husband, and you should be letting your animal.
Or you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it too, lady.
Yeah, it's your dog too. You married, just because you married into the family doesn't mean you don't have
or
to
your
like,
kids.
take care of shit.
Like,
yeah.
That's a great chore for your kids to do.
Yeah, teaches them a responsibility and how to take care of a pet.
Right. Yeah, they're all assholes actually.
Except for the kids and the dog.
The kids are assholes too, actually. I don't like kids, really.
Fair.
Because they are not doing shit to help the dog. They're not writing on Reddit.
Okay, so this one, I'm gonna say, I don't know how to feel about this next story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's the asshole or not. I just feel like she's really fucking weird and it reminds me of my fucking parents.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
It hits hard. It hits
yeah.
Real hard, okay.
So, am I the asshole for showing my daughter who's the boss?
Nugget?
Sure. 1 second.
Can't say no to Nugget.
Mm-mm.
Oh no.
Not the sauce.
Not the gumdrop buttons. Thank you for that intermission.
Mm-hmm. Nuggets are a little dry this time, I'm not gonna lie.
They are.
Mm-hmm. What's up with that, McDonald's? What's up with the dry nuggets?
You want to know?
Yeah. Why are they dry? Okay. I looked directly at the ring light. Fuck. And now I see a ring of color. I, 33, female, and my husband, 35, male, have a wonderful daughter, 5 female together. She is very sweet, loving little girl, but she can be quite defiant sometimes. For example, there were times where I would tell her to get ready for bed and she would say, no, I don't have to do that. You're not the boss of me. As a normal 5-year-old child would do.
No, it's not. Actually, I think a normal 5-year-old child would go to bed.
At 5?
I mean, to say you're not the boss of me, to the boss of them?
Yeah. That was normal when I was doing daycare.
Really?
Yeah, I did
think
a lot
something's
of
going on at
different
home. Like,
I also do think something could be going on at home, especially when I read more into the story. I would tell her to get dressed and she would say, no, you can't make me. Now, I believe it is very important to be a loving parent to your kids, but I do not believe in letting kids run wild and do whatever they want, so this was a problem for us. She still believes her stuffed animals are real. She can't be in charge. Of course she's going to believe her stuffed animals are real. She's 5.
that's fine.
Yeah. Like, that shouldn't be a point that you're making.
What are you, like, getting her ready for college?
Yeah, like, she shouldn't believe her stuffed animals are real. She should be acting like she's
Fucking
15.
nerd. Like,
God. How dare she have imaginary friends at her age?
why does she need to say that?
Right? So I thought I would fix this problem now so it doesn't get worse in the future. A week ago...
Santa's not real either. Like,
a week ago, one night, my daughter wanted ice cream, but I told her she couldn't have any because she misbehaved that day. She wasn't listening. She got a chair and climbed up to the freezer to get ice cream. I picked her up from the chair, put her down on the floor, kissed the top of her head, and told her no ice cream. She got back on the chair and climbed up to the freezer again, and I picked her up and put her back on the floor again. We kept going through this process several more times until she realized she wasn't going to get her ice cream. She had a huge temper tantrum, screaming and kicking her feet up in the air, saying, "I want ice cream." While she did this, I stood firm and didn't react to her tantrum, and after a while, the tantrum stopped. Then I told her, when Mommy says no ice cream, she means it, and that when Mommy tells her to do something, she has to do it because Mommy is the boss of her. She said, "Okay, Mommy." And then I picked her up and cuddled and kissed her and took her to the sofa where we cuddled a while before bedtime. This is where I think it gets a little weird. When I put her to bed that night, I asked her, "Who's the boss?" And she replied, "Mommy is." I kissed her on the forehead and said, "Good girl." Ever since then, I've maintained my stance as boss.
that makes me feel weird.
Yeah. If she tries to be defiant, I simply remind her that I'm in charge and she has to do as she's told. Now things are much better. She does what she's told and doesn't fight me anymore. She understands and accepts that I am the boss of her and it's going to stay that way. I still treat her with as much love as before. Excuse me. I talked to my cousin about this yesterday, and she said it was wrong to do that to my daughter. She said kids should feel like equals in the house, so they have a sense of power and control. Well, I don't believe in that way of parenting. It did make me wonder if she maybe has a point. Like, I believe that kids should feel like they have power and control over certain things, but not like everything.
Right.
Like, you have power and control over like what you choose to wear that day, or like what art project you want to do, or like
Right.
how you
Not your
express
bedtime,
yourself,
not
stuff
your
like
food intake.
Yeah.
I think that the mom, like,
It's on a little
if-
bit of a power trip.
well, yes, and if the kid thinks that they can act like this, the mom is obviously not good at discipline.
No.
Because she went to get ice cream, she got up on the chair to get ice cream.
Yeah.
The mom put her down, kissed her on the head, and then she just did it again.
But that
Maybe
shit
put her
you
in the
have to-
corner.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually condone
Or
putting your
even-
kid in the corner,
Or
but
even
like, you know,
getting her off the chair, putting the chair away, and just like ignoring it. And if she does it again, get her off the chair, put the chair away, ignore it.
or like a timeout. Say like it's really not safe to get up
Yeah.
on the chair and like do
Something
this.
like that, 'cause a lot
let
of
her know
times-
why it's wrong.
Yeah.
And that you can't just do that. Like,
Or like lock the freezer, take her down, put a Ziploc on the freezer.
kill your
Or not a
kid.
Ziploc.
Basically, kill your child.
Oh. But like, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
The
but
whole,
the thing about who's the boss.
Who's the boss? That's so fucking
Maybe
weird.
it's just how like we're reading it
Yeah,
and the way
or
that
like
it
how we were
sounds, 'cause
raised.
it's
But
like,
that's still like, why would you go to your child when you're putting them to bed after like teaching them stuff and being like,
hi.
who's the boss? Like,
Mommy. It's like,
Mommy is.
I don't know. That's just.
And then
kinda
being
gross.
like, good girl. That's just weird.
But also, like, that should have been the expectation since birth. Like, why is that just being taught today? Like,
Yeah, at 5 years old.
weird.
I don't know. I don't think she's an asshole. I just think it's kind of weird.
I think it's weird you even took the time to write this post.
Yeah.
This should just be a thought in your head.
Yeah. It should just be something you talk to your friends about.
It should be something you think about before you get pregnant. Like, how am I going to parent my child?
Right?
I don't know. I obviously don't have kids, and I don't
Want.
know. And I don't want to, yes, correct?
Like, want kids?
But, like, I feel a couple different ways about, like, when kids have tantrums. Like, should they be ignored or should they
I
be,
think-
like, taught in that moment? And it's hard because
It depends on the type of
See.
tantrum and what it's about.
And where is it? What is it? Yeah, what is it about? Is it over, like, a candy bar?
Because a lot of times just, like, redirecting them, like you
Mhm.
would a dog, just being, like, ignoring that, like, little issue and being like, oh, look, a fucking stuffed animal. Or, like,
Right.
look, a lollipop or something. Like, not necessarily, like, a lollipop because that's a treat, but, like, oh, look, your favorite TV show's on.
But if you're at a grocery store and your kid is laying on the floor,
Screaming or crying, that's
It's
something
time
you
to
need
pick them
address.
up.
Yeah.
I used to work at a grocery store, so I would see this shit all the time, and I would be like, I understand you don't want to give in to the like behavior because
Yeah.
then the kid's gonna feel satisfied.
But you
also,
don't want to like ignore it forever and let it become a bigger problem.
But I've also worked in like residential treatment where I've seen kids have temper tantrums
Mhm.
because they were like severely abused and don't know how else to act. So it's kind of like what's going on
Oh my god.
at the kid. Like there are reasons to have them and there's not. But
Yeah.
if you're just wanting some ice cream, fucking grow up, kid.
Grow up, you 5-year-old little female. Grow up.
I mean, your stuffed animals are not real, bitch.
Yeah, they don't talk. That's what
That's-
really got to me. I think
Yeah,
that's what pissed me off the most about
That's
that.
the weirdest
It's like,
part of the whole thing.
she's 5. Yeah, she's gonna think her stuffed animals are real.
It has nothing to do with your comment.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is the last story. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to stop joking about how he stole my ESA? If you don't know, an ESA is
Emotional support.
yeah, emotional support animal.
Stop. Go ahead.
It's a roller coaster.
Don't like this already.
I, 24 female, adopted a puppy to train as my emotional support animal. I have BPD and my first ESA passed away 2 years ago, and I've been having a hard time since. Over my winter break from school, my 25 male husband warned me that I would need to do all of his training and maintenance, and that the puppy was my sole responsibility. I did all my research and had him potty and crate trained within a month, and we were on a good workplace schedule, etc. Point is, we were doing great on our own and he was shaping up to be the perfect ESA. Well, husband fell in love with him and he would play with him when he got home from work. He wouldn't help train him, and that was my job. But he would play and give him treats all the time, outside of our schedule, which at the time I thought was fine. Husband hurt his back at work about halfway through my break though, and I needed to stay home for a few months to recover. He would constantly ignore our training, i.e. puppy would do something like chew up a sock, and instead of redirecting him to a toy, husband would let him play with the sock because it was too cute to stop. It was an argument for a while, as puppy started to regress from all the progress we'd made since 2 different people were teaching him opposing things, and I was going back to school soon, so it was really important puppy stayed on our schedule. Husband thought I was too hard on the puppy because of the things like this. He said I had to leave him time to be a puppy, give him more treat, love, etc. It's not like I don't play with him all the time, it's just that I also had a job to do and he needed proper training to get there, or I wouldn't be able to take him in public or go on trips. It was important. This is a long fucking story. We'll fast forward to the present, and I've been back at school for a few months while my husband has been at home with the puppy. Puppy doesn't like me anymore and doesn't listen to me.
Puppy doesn't like me anymore.
Puppy has
So
started
sad.
making messes in the house again because husband has deteriorated his feeding schedule and just lets him eat whenever or gives him people food from his plate that his stomach can't handle. Might be TMI, but Pumpy has constant runny poo because of that last part. I had a bit of a breakdown recently, and when I sought comfort, the puppy would no longer let me sit and pet him. Basically, my dog has completely bonded with my husband and doesn't like me at all anymore. I bring it up to him, and the husband says that it's my fault for being so strict, and I needed to be more lenient if I ever wanted the puppy to like me. He started making jokes to his friends and family that I drove my dog away, or LOL, her dog likes me better, etc. I asked him to stop over and over, but again, he says I'm being too sensitive and that I should have tried harder to bond with the puppy. That isn't his fault that the dog likes him more. We started getting into arguments over it, just blah blah blah. Oh my god. Started getting into arguments over it because I just can't get how he thinks taking my ESA away from me is funny. But again, I'm bipolar and sometimes can't tell if something is actually serious or not. Sometimes I really am being too sensitive, but this feels different, so again, am I the asshole here? Sorry if this was too long, I edited it as best as I could. Update, thank you for all your advice, blah blah blah. I think the husband's the asshole.
Yeah, I agree. I think knowing the fact that she has bipolar disorder, if that's what she has, you shouldn't make those jokes.
And you shouldn't be like...
It's already sad enough for her that the dog does like you better. Let's not bring it up.
Yeah, but also like, you know the dog's on a training schedule to get trained for certain things. You shouldn't be like throwing that off.
And I know like it's hard if you, like, I always want to give like my dog like extra and do more for him and like not let him like do bad things, but like they do need a regimen and schedule to like be
especially if you're
like,
training them, because I did guide dogs for the blind and shit for a little while. You do have to train them, and you can't treat them like you would a normal dog.
Right. If you're expecting a dog to like help you with being blind, especially, but even just like supporting you emotionally, they have to be at a certain level of competence, which needs
training.
right.
And it's like, I'm on seizure dog TikTok as well. I cried
Sick.
over a video last night.
Oh my god, I cried.
Or not last night, but it was a couple weeks ago.
Did you know that you can now like put in keywords that you want to block on TikTok?
Oh shit, really?
I put in like rainbow bridge, euthanasia, because I cannot stand seeing the fucking rainbow bridge.
Oh my
videos.
god.
But anyways,
I hate that
sorry.
shit. But like I cried over a video because this lady had a seizure in a grocery store while she was training her seizure dog. And those dogs need lots of fucking training too. And everybody in the aisle was just walking past her and like looking at her and then
Who's filming?
She was filming on like a tripod or something, like training like in a store or something like that. But everybody was just like walking past her. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're
And
gonna
it was
walk
a
past-
real seizure? She wasn't like doing it
It was
as
a real
drill?
seizure. She was training. You could see her like get her like start to not feel good and then like have a fucking seizure. And the dog was flipping the fuck out. One of the like workers of the grocery store came in and like helped and called 911 and everything. But like as a like bystander, you're just gonna like watch this lady have a fucking seizure and not like do anything at all. Not gonna get it like an employee or
That's
like
a one-way ticket to hell.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, this is why I don't go to the store.
Fucking for real.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, stop, like, call someone. If you don't know what to do, say,
Yeah.
hey, we need some help in aisle 3.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your part.
That's all you gotta do.
You
That's
don't just stare.
all you gotta do. Or like,
Gross.
if they have an emergency dog, usually they also have a bag on the dog that has like emergency meds, emergency contact info.
Even if there was no dog.
Yeah.
You see somebody seizing on the ground,
You do
let's
something.
call someone over.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the original story.
I get
I
fucking
think-
hyped about dogs,
Yeah,
man.
me
Like,
too. I think the husband's an asshole though.
I think he is, yeah. Not so much for, you know, changing the dog's rituals, but still, yeah. But like, for more so rubbing it in her face.
Yeah, that's really
because
fucked up.
That's sad, and like,
You
she
knew
needs
why she
emotional
needed-
support, and
yeah.
you're gonna be like, you don't have any.
Yeah,
Like,
like you're literally
okay.
gonna be like,
Your dog don't even like you. It's like,
thanks.
thank you so much.
Thanks, you stole my dog, and now I don't have an emotional support animal.
So she's probably gonna have to get another.
Yeah, and you obviously aren't
And a
giving her emotional
divorce.
support.
And like,
Yeah.
this is making everything really hard on her.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Asshole.
That was the last story.
Well, ended on a good note. Jeez, fuck that guy.
Literally. I need to find, like, good stories to, like, talk about.
Those were good. I think they were just easy. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty rare that I hear one of those and I really have to think about it. Like, my
Yeah.
mind usually goes with one
Determines,
side pretty
yeah.
quickly, even though I can kind of play devil's advocate a little bit and say, well, maybe this, maybe that,
Yeah.
but overall, it's
That person's an
even if they're
asshole.
both assholes, one is significantly higher
Yeah.
always.
Like the first, I think it was the first story we read.
yeah, it was the wedding one.
Yeah. Like, it's a dick to not bring a gift, but it's an
Mhm.
even bigger dick to, like, not
To ask
to
for it.
ask for the gift. Like, okay. Anyways, anything else
And-
you wanna?
Just one more thing, even
Yeah.
if they didn't travel and spend all that money to get to the wedding, even if it was right down the fucking street, you still don't say that. You
Yeah,
still don't
no,
ask
you
for a
still
gift.
don't ask.
Yeah,
That's
weird.
like, that's another level of, like, petty. Like, you just wanted people to come for the gifts.
Mhm.
Like, why even have a wedding?
Right. Why invite them?
Yeah.
Only invite your rich friends.
Yeah, there you go.
And there you have it. Only invite your rich friends.
To weddings. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I have my list of pet peeves if
Go
you
for
want to
it.
run through and
Yeah.
just get your thoughts about them.
Yeah, totally.
It's just something I've been compiling for a long time.
Do you actually have the list of them?
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, I write these down as I think of them. It's just like that much.
Okay, let's go. Let's
But
go.
it won't take long.
Okay.
So, number one, people who say like grandma or dad instead of my grandma or dad. So, if I was telling you a story and I was talking about my grandma and I say, "Grandma loves to make cookies," that's fucking weird.
that's kind of
weird.
I
And I
would-
know people
yeah.
that do that, or they'll be like, "Dad says," I'm like,
Who's
unless
who's
you're my
dad?
sister.
Yeah.
And we have the same grandma or
Or
some
like
dad.
you grew up with like a family that was pretty close and you like
Right.
but like
Even my best fucking friend who
Yeah.
knows my parents and shit, I'm gonna say my dad.
yeah.
Or I'll say like their first name or like, you know.
Yeah.
But don't talk to me like that's your grandma too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love it.
Makes sense.
Don't love it at
I
all.
can get behind
Check.
that.
Sticky fingers.
Oh, fuck no. I
Don't
hate
love-
sticky fingers.
That's why I'm being very careful with the dip. I don't like when kids have sticky fingers. I don't like when adults have sticky fingers.
Working in daycare was awful because kids just get sticky fingers all the time, and then they come up and grab you, and you're like, ah, thanks.
And kids that smell like syrup all the time.
Yeah.
Why?
No point.
People who say Walmarts instead of Walmart.
So they add an S at the end?
Mm-hmm.
What is the reason? Why add an extra letter when there isn't one?
Illiteracy. I think just, I don't know why. And there's a lot of other, like I used to work at a grocery store called Hannaford. Shout out Hannaford. But people would be like, I'm going to Hannaford's. It's just singular.
Yeah.
People who speak on speakerphone in public.
Not in public. Like in my own house, I'll be like,
Sure.
on speakerphone. Not in public.
No.
That makes me
In
so
a
mad.
waiting area, in
Literally,
any
like, I'm trying
restaurant.
to like have a peaceful like little time here, and you're on speakerphone with your grandma that's screaming over the phone.
grandma. Not your grandma.
No,
You're on the
but,
phone
like,
with grandma.
Your grandma, like their grandma.
And like,
Yeah.
not only do I have to hear your side of the conversation, I have to hear theirs.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in your business. Slow internet.
That pisses me
2023.
off. Should all be fast.
The fact that overusing the word literally has now made it null. When people say, I literally have 1,000 things to do today. No, you literally have 7. Like,
Yeah.
that's just not what it means. And it bugs me.
Fair.
I don't know, like, if there's a lot of really realms that this would work in, but specifically I wrote car salesmen that say things like, if I make the price any lower, I'm losing money on the deal.
Okay.
You're not.
You're not though.
Because we wouldn't be in this situation
yeah.
if we were talking about you losing money on the deal.
And you wouldn't keep lowering the price.
Right. You're not losing money.
No.
Don't make me feel like that.
Don't guilt trip me.
People who are late every day for the same reason. Oh,
Yeah.
traffic was
Mhm.
terrible. Well, you know it's going to be
Slipped in
terrible
too
on
much.
I-5.
I couldn't wake up.
Right, alarm didn't go off. You didn't. I literally said this to my employee yesterday, who like her alarm. She's late like every
Every day.
single day, and like I love her. She's great, but like I was like, you need to get a new alarm clock, obviously. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm like, no.
Literally
Like-
go and get an alarm clock.
Yeah, like if you're late for a different reason every day, like get creative,
Yeah.
maybe. But same every day, no. Hard pass. Trader Joe's cashiers don't want to talk to you.
They're a little out there. It's like going to Dutch Bros, but
Yes,
yeah.
I hate it.
Like I
They
love
go
Dutch
inside
Bros.
my car. Nope.
No, like I like Dutch Bros, but I have to be in the mood to like going to Dutch Bros, you know? Like
Yep.
on a day that I'm like a little manic, I'll be like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to people. But on a day I'm like, I want to die.
No.
No.
Mhm. Yeah. They're like, so what are you doing? Getting fucking drink.
Getting coffee, going
Yeah.
to go home and do nothing.
Oh, where do you live?
Mars. I live on Mars.
Yeah, like nope.
Yeah.
Trader Joe's. They're like, I fucking love these fucking fries.
Dude, I swear they do that with like everything. I think they just have to hype their brand up.
And it's part of their job, but I don't enjoy it.
Like, wow, I really love that like little cake you got there. Like, yeah, you had it? Can I see you take a bite?
I know. I don't know. Calling America the land of the free, but we stole it.
That's a good one.
I just don't like celebrating that we're the land of freedom and like shit like that.
We stole it.
We did.
Yeah.
Land of the fucking
Stolen.
assholes. People who have cold symptoms. This is because I work at an urgent care center.
Yeah, okay.
People who have cold symptoms and say, but it's not COVID. Oh, did you take a test? No, but it's not COVID.
I hate that shit. I'll only say it's not COVID if I like know it's not COVID.
But you don't know unless you took a test.
But I take a test.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you have
I be tested.
you have a reason to say
I
it.
got COVID tests up in this big. Like,
It's not COVID. Well,
are you sure? No?
gotcha.
Cool.
Are you the fucking Dr. Fauci? Asking for a tip before receiving the order, because I don't know if I want to tip you based on service or not. I haven't gotten the food.
Like
it might
with
be the wrong
DoorDash?
order.
Yeah.
DoorDash or places that like flip the iPad and
Mhm.
ask you before you even
And
get
you're
the
like,
food.
I didn't.
This food might be
receive it yet.
fucking trash.
Like, what if it's not what I wanted?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This one might be a little, what's the word? Like ableist or something.
Okay.
or elitist, but bad grammar. I know not everybody has access to like education
No, I
and
get
stuff
it.
like that, but
Especially
do better.
Yeah, especially working like with what I work, people put in like crazy requests, but half the time I can't understand what the fuck they want. I'm like somebody literally texted me today and they're like, "Hey, how are you, horny?" And I'm like, I don't
Put a comma.
I don't understand that.
How
like,
are you? Question
did you
mark. Horny?
mistype? Did you like? Are you asking me? There was no like question mark. There was nothing. And I was
They're like, did you say how are you, honey? Did you mean that?
Yeah. I'm like, what did you mean here? Like, did you just like, was it a typo? Do you just not know how to like form a sentence? Like, I have so many typos, but it's like I still form a sentence.
I have never questioned what you meant.
Yeah.
And like your like those. No. Sorry.
Yeah.
Android users. Sorry.
Fuck Android users.
Meetings that should be emails. Don't waste
Mhm.
my time. It's very valuable. Crusty lips. Get a chapstick.
Felt that. I've been applying chapsticks so fucking
Makes me have to
frequently.
do it right now.
Can you
Actually.
hand me the brown tube over there?
This one.
Yeah.
What's this?
It's lavender lemonade.
Hmm.
It's like I went and got it from a little herbal store. Yeah.
I have a good collection because this is such a pet peeve. I'm not trying
No,
to
I get it. I hate it, especially like in the winter.
Ugh. In the winter, at least you have a little bit more of
Chapstick
a
break.
reason.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, crusty lips. Michael Kors.
Understandable. Understandable.
Putting salt on food before tasting it.
Okay.
I think that's just rude to the chef.
Yeah.
The lack of photographs that we have from the moon landing bugs me.
Understandably so. That bugs me too.
I think we made The Wizard of Oz before going to the moon, and that was quite a production.
Pretty
Mismatched logos, such as wearing like a Nike hoodie.
with like Adidas pants.
Yep.
Yeah, that pisses me off too.
Yeah, ugly. Ungrateful homeless people. Like, specifically one time when I was in college, I went and got this guy like on the corner who had a sign like
Mhm.
anything helps. When your sign says anything helps, I assume anything helps. So I
Yeah.
got him a bunch of burgers. He goes, "Oh no, I already ate.
Bro, oh my god.
I'm not paying for your crack. I'm never giving you cash. I will
See,
maybe
I've
get you
given
mittens."
cash a couple times, but
Don't
like
do that.
mainly there was this one time me and my mom and it was like my brother was with me. We saw like a homeless guy and we were like, okay, fuck it, let's go to McDonald's, spend like $23. We got them a shit ton of food. It was one guy. Got him a shit ton of food to last him for like a couple days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He goes and he shares it with his friends. He shares his orange juice, he shares his food, he's handing all of his homeless friends burgers. I'm like,
Looking like the man.
yeah, I'm like, that is the sweetest thing. But it's like, yeah, don't be ungrateful. Like, I
Yeah.
get you're in a shitty situation, but like, there's a lot of people out there who are just out there with a sign too.
Right. And there's this one guy that I've been seeing for years. He's been actually over by us here in Tampa.
Okay.
By us here in Beep.
Yeah.
And then other, like, by my work and stuff too. Like, multiple cities.
Mm-hmm.
And he has this pit bull, and I'm like, oh man, I like really feel for this dog.
Yeah.
Like, I always have like dog treats in my car, so I like give him some sometimes, and he doesn't say thank you because I don't think he talks. I think he's like either really mentally ill or on drugs. That's fine. Saying nothing is better than saying,
Fuck
nah, I'm
you.
good. I don't want that shit. Like, I'm vegan. Like, oh, you're homeless and vegan?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, we don't hate homeless people. It's just
Or vegans.
Also, don't be picky.
Right. That came off wrong, but
It's okay.
let's see.
That's valid though.
Oh, people who make social media posts directly to people who can't see them, such as, "Grandma, I'm gonna miss you so much. You were the best grandma in the world, but she's dead."
Oh, like that shit.
Or, "Happy first birthday, baby boy. You're the best thing I've ever asked for." Like,
Okay.
like they're not reading it.
Yeah.
I think you could still make a post like that,
Yeah.
but don't direct it
Like
to
when
them.
it was my cat's birthday, I was like, we've had him for a year, happy birthday, whatever,
Right.
it's my cat's birthday. But I wasn't like, happy birthday, Jasper, you're definitely gonna see this.
Love, Mom.
Yeah.
Like a letter.
Yeah. It's
I don't like it.
My cat can't read. He doesn't have a phone. He doesn't use Facebook.
Exactly. And most likely, neither does your dead grandma.
Yeah. What's she gonna do? Hover over your, like, shoulder as a ghost? Just,
Even
like,
if
reading
she was
it?
in heaven, she didn't know how to use Facebook here on Earth.
Yeah.
People spelling your name wrong all the time, especially when your name is in your email.
Mm-hmm.
Being named Sarah, I've come across this a lot. Age or no age. It's there. It's in my email
Yeah.
signature at the end.
No, I get that a
And
lot
I think
too.
you're just being intentionally rude. So fuck off.
Yeah, no.
But your name can be spelled so many ways.
different ways, which is understandable, but like if it's in an email or something and they text back with like a different, or email back with a different fucking name, I'm like, where'd you get that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
No, I know.
Bragging about being colorblind or ambidextrous. Who cares?
Fair.
When people say we're pregnant as a baby announcement, no, she's pregnant.
Not both of you. Males can't
We're
carry.
never pregnant.
Yeah.
Health nuts who smoke. Pick one. You can be a health nut or you can smoke,
Yeah.
but you cannot have both.
Valid.
That not including weed. I'm talking cigarettes.
Okay.
Leaving empty containers in the refrigerator. Get a life.
Yeah, throw it out.
People that can't read the room. People that tell you to smile more. I usually
hate that
tell them
shit.
that my mom just died, just to make them feel bad and know not to say that to people anymore.
Yeah.
My mom as well.
It's a good tactic.
I probably will stop that when my mom does die, if she does ever. Probably not.
Just start saying your dog died.
No.
Well, don't.
No. I'm not putting that out there.
Fair.
People posting very old vacation pictures saying like, wow, I wish I was still here today. Like just trying to like have that be their whole personality.
Yeah.
Maybe just stop. People who clap when the plane lands. I think that's just
I've never been on a plane, but I swear to God, if I ever witnessed that, I would lose my mind.
The expectation is that it lands. Nothing exceptional to
Yeah.
clap for.
Yeah, I'd hope it landed.
Teachers that punish kids when their parents are the ones that make them late for school. That's
Yeah,
not their
there's no
fault.
reason to punish the kid.
The fuck are they gonna do about it? Hop in the car and drive?
No.
I wrote bad testers, but I don't know what that means. What did I mean by that? We'll come back.
Okay.
People who always like hoard food at potlucks but never bring anything.
That pisses me off. It's a potluck. Everybody brings something. And then
And if you
everybody
don't,
balls out.
Don't eat. And
Yeah.
especially if like, you know, if you're busy and you can't for this one.
Go to the
Fine.
grocery store and get a pie.
Exactly.
Yeah, like there's things you can do.
Generic birthday card messages. Like, I have a couple right now, like,
Mhm.
because my birthday was a couple weeks ago, that are like from the whole office, and people write like something personal, like, oh my god, have the best day, you deserve it, like, do
Yeah.
this and this because they know me. But then don't just write happy birthday. Hope you enjoy.
Like, what if I wasn't going? What if I'm not having a good day?
I'd rather you just don't write in it.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza debate. Who cares?
I love pineapple on pizza.
It's not a problem.
No.
Sneaking into a lane without a blinker on. I will
That-
actually.
I will get out of the car and scream at you.
I've done that.
I have too.
and It's actually very scary, but I've done it.
Uh,
And
It's insane that people do that.
share the road.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Use your fucking blinker. It's there for a reason.
And last but not least, entitlement. When people are demanding to see a doctor even though they're 30 minutes late for their appointment.
Dude, I went to my doctor's office somewhat recently. It was like in February. And this lady was sitting there like screaming at the receptionist because her insurance never got renewed. Like, lady, that is on you. I almost got up and said something, but I got called back and it didn't escalate to that point yet. But I was like...
Or if we don't take their insurance.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Why don't you
discriminating
take it?
against Medicaid. It's like,
No, we just don't take it.
We would love to be in network with you, but we're not.
Yeah.
Like, there are plenty of places you can go. Well,
Yeah.
you're discriminating and I'm going to report you. Sick.
Do it. Fine.
I have so many more pet peeves, but that's just the list that I've
Yeah.
compiled over
One of mine is like
now.
putting your dishes in the sink when there's still like a fuck ton of food on your dishes. Like there is a garbage can for a reason.
Right. At
Or
least
putting,
just,
like,
put it on the...
Yeah.
Fork it off.
Yeah. Or like putting dishes in the dishwasher with food on it. That drives me insane.
Does he do that?
He has done it.
Are you listening? He is. He's like, oh damn.
He's like secretly like listening, so he
He's
doesn't
like
have to watch it
taking
later.
notes, like, oh fuck.
God damn it, we're back at it
We're gonna
again.
get in a fight about this tomorrow.
But I've seen multiple people do it, and I'm like, and I also double wash my dishes, so I like sit there and I scrub with like Dawn and shit in the sink, and then I put them in the dishwasher.
More people should be like that, honestly.
Yeah, because like you're washing it, and then you gotta like sanitize that shit.
Mm-hmm. That's
Which
what we
is,
should
like-
cause it, a dish sanitizer.
Yeah, because it doesn't like wash your dishes. It doesn't like, there aren't little men that come out from your dishwasher and like sit there and like scrub everything.
Right. And I've learned this after using a peanut butter knife for a really long time with the dog. And like I'll put that in there, and I don't know if it's just my shitty appliances, but
It's awful. It's all dishwashers.
Yeah.
They don't get in there good enough.
It's not their job.
It's a sanitize, like it just sanitizes shit,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice because like I want to know that I'm eating off of a super clean plate
Right.
and not gonna get like, I don't know, something that makes my stomach upset.
Mold.
Yeah, that too.
Agreed.
When I'm drunk, I hate when people talk over me. Because I'm
But
also
not when
like,
you're sober? As I
mean,
just talked
some-
over you.
so it's like sometimes, but like, mainly when I'm drunk. Especially because I'm like I'm more introverted most of the time, so it's not like I'm talking anyways. But it's like when I do talk, I'd like to be listened to.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like it took a lot out of you to talk. So
Yeah,
like, please
fucking
don't.
listen to me. Don't talk over me. Hear
Yeah.
what I have to say. That's a big one.
I feel that as an extrovert who does talk over people all the time.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve about myself that I do that. So I'm working on it.
Fair enough.
And
It's, I'm assuming not easy to work on.
Yeah, but if it happens to me, that fucking pisses me off as well, which is hypocritical, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay to be a little hypocritical.
Let's see. There's just so many things, honestly, like that are pet peeves.
Yeah.
I used to have a fish named Peeve. Like, cause I was little and I was like, "What's a pet peeve?" And like I thought I had to name my pet peeve.
Hey, it happens. People who complain all the time about shit that they should fix, but they never fucking fix it or do anything about it, and then
Yeah.
they just like complain about it all the time, and you're like, I can help you, and they're like, no. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, then shut the fuck up.
It's hard to continue to hear that about that over and
Yeah.
over. Not a fan.
Let's see.
People who let their dogs off the leash
Oh yeah,
and
fuck
then get
that.
mad when your dog is about to kill their dog, but my dog's on a leash.
Mhm. That's a
coming
big
back for
pet
you.
peeve. That I've run into that a lot. Or like even if their dog is the aggressor, and it's like there was one time we were walking our dog, and this guy had his garage door open, and his two like it was like a pit bull and like a German Shepherd, and they were like trained like attack dogs. They fucking came and tried to attack our dog because he had his garage door open in the middle of the day.
It's not like a welcome sign.
No, and it's like, dude, we're just walking our dog on the sidewalk.
And some people are just scared of dogs.
Yeah,
in
some
general.
people just don't like dogs. Like my friend doesn't like dogs or cats, but she's gotten used to cats being my friend and stuff. But it's like you don't.
Should let
Courtesy.
Animal roam. Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Okay.
Rude.
Well, I think we've made a good podcast episode.
I think I can come up with a better list for the next time.
Okay.
And yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
And let me know if you want any fries.
All right. I'm gonna end the
Let's get
podcast
real.
now. Let's slide up.
Gonna go
Hey.
play with my dog.
Yeah.